Hey everybody, welcome to In the Art Room. This is going to be episode number 10. This is going to be part 3 of, what is it, Dawn of a New Project. Today I'm going to try to block in a few of the players that are out front here. I'm doing there's a statue out here in Chicago for a professional hockey team that I would like to remind that I'm getting absolutely no money for this, so if you're watching, thanks for not blocking my videos. But seriously, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Start off with the thank you again to all my subscribers and all the people that have watched the videos and are liking them and sharing them. There's a few more that are sharing out there than before, and I appreciate that. And with that, I guess let's get into it. So I want to make sure everybody's centered. And I believe I have the AE lock is on. Yeah. Yeah, for a quick recap on this series, I kind of goofed with the first video, and it was horribly out of focus, and I do apologize for that. So the last video I made sure to put the AE lock on before I started filming, and that seemed to work. And I was hoping to get a little bit farther than just the head here. I was actually hoping to get more into the meat of the players, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of start blocking everybody in. And we'll see how this goes. So hope you all had a good week, and thanks again for watching the videos and for watching them all the way through. I guess there are some people that may watch them all the way through. I know I've been contacted by a gal named Dee Dee Willingham who has her own show, and she wrote in one of the videos that she enjoys watching it, and she enjoys watching some of these videos. Thanks, Dee Dee. And a couple other people have mentioned that they like what they're seeing, and once again, I do appreciate that. It gets I don't want to say frustrating, but it when you put the videos out, and then you check the views from time to time, and you find that there's really only a handful of views, and that gets a little frustrating. So I mean, I suppose I shouldn't complain about it, but thank you again for watching. I guess that's my point. So I'll just leave it at that, because I don't want this to be a downer. So, all right. It's the first player. I can see that I already have the angle off here. And that is a bummer, but maybe I can come back from that, Let's see how this goes. It's going to be more toward the front of the hands, so we'll do this. And where are you? And that. Okay. So now that I have that sort of blocked in, I can fill this up here. That fixed, and then get this side fixed. You'll have to forgive me if I sound like my nose gets plugged, but the sinuses out here in the Chicago suburbs, or the pollen count, I should say, is starting to pick up a lot, and my sinuses have been killing me. And from time to time, I may either have to clear my throat or sniff or something. Let's see, I want to get a little more detail on him. And then I'll block in a couple of smaller details here, just so I have a point of reference. So I found that I'm liking, just out of the blue, I guess this is sort of first topic of conversation, just kind of out of the blue. I find I'm liking a lot working with the Copic markers, the Copic markers, or however you want to say it. And I'm hoping in the future that once this piece is done and it's all painted and ready to go, that I can spend a few episodes of In the Art Room sort of working on a couple of things that I want to do with Copic markers. I did a couple of, I'll take them out of the sheets here, I did a couple of sketch cards that I used the Copic markers on. Copic, you know, I'm just going to repeat, I'm just going to say Copic from this point. So I did these two in markers, obviously, is Boba Fett and then IG-88 over here. And I used some acrylic paint to kind of spatter on the back, and I'm hoping you all can see that and get the details. I think if I hold it too close up, it's going to start getting out of focus. But I'm thinking that once I'm done with this, then I can get back to working with Copics a little bit. And finish up the bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back. So, you know, I did the Boba Fett piece on an earlier episode of In the Art Room, and then just to make sure it wasn't a fluke, this guy I did on my own just to make sure that I didn't get anything wrong, you know, mess anything up off camera. And yeah, so I'm digging that. So let's see, let me get back to this one here. We'll give, I believe this is Bobby Hall. Get his cheekbone in there. I know I talked a little bit about hockey in the first part of this drawing, and I was not always a fan of hockey, but I was kind of, you know, like I said in the videos, I was in college and sort of later on. But that. Let's see. All right, so I really just want to get kind of the details now. Not the details, or the kind of the general blocking and whatnot. This guy. Okay. So at least I know where he's going. All right. Oh, next. See, that's about right on the picture. Okay, so next it's going to be this guy. And how far is he? Okay. Forgive me if I start mumbling, but I'm trying to work things out on my own here. And sometimes I'll just kind of talk to myself. Let's see. He kind of leans this way a little bit. It comes out over here, almost to the torso there. And then he disappears into the marble. Nice. Okay. What I probably should do is just put the whole, sketch out the whole figure. I'm just trying to get the proportions right based on, let's see, that's going to be a little lower than that. Okay. So what I'm doing is just basically, you know, looking at the photo reference, and I'm trying to make sure that I have everything set up relatively close to the proportions as necessary. I mean, ideally, I'd like to have the exact proportions, you know, obviously, but, you know, I may not get it 100% right, you know what I mean? And I think I touched on that in the last video, that, you know, you don't want something to not look like, you know, if you're drawing a hand or you're drawing a figure, you know, you don't want it to not look like, you know, some kind of figure or what have you. You know, you don't want it to not look like what it is, I guess is my point. And man, for me, a real easy way to get something to look wrong is to just have the proportions all messed up. You know, make the head too big, make the, you know, the arms too long, make something too, you know, just, you know, it's real easy for me to kind of get stuff to not look right. And it's not by choice, believe me. Like I said, I'd rather have everything look right than anything else. Okay. Let's see, that angle here. Get something that looks like fingers in there. Once again, just to kind of get to the idea of where he's going to go. What I'm hoping to do in this episode is just basically get this all blocked in, and then maybe in the next episode have get started on the details in that. So this is going to stretch out for a few more episodes. I may actually go right to the transfer onto the mat board after this, and just basically get started painting on it here in the next episode. But we'll see how this goes. I don't know if I said it. I probably did, and you know, I apologize if I did. But thank you to everybody again who has been watching and sharing the videos, who's been liking the videos. You know, if you have a question or if you have a complaint, you know, if I'm doing something wrong or, you know, whatever, leave a comment, leave a message. Let me know what you think, and you know, it helps me know that people are enjoying this, or at least, you know, watching and paying attention. It's kind of hard for me to come up with topics to talk about every time, And sometimes I won't talk, you know, and if that's a problem, you know, it's good to know where people's heads are at, I guess, when they're watching this. So, let's see. So, but thank you again, everybody who has been paying attention and who's been, you know, watching, liking, and sharing the videos here. Let's see, that's going to come under there. Let's see, it looks like his skate is going to hit somewhere right about here. So, see, I've already botched it. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't botched it yet. That won't happen till the next episode. Here's the knee protector. I like that I can sort of sketch these out. Bear with me a second. I like that I can do a bit of rough sketching on this because it helps me see where everything is at, and it's also good if I need to erase something or you know, reposition something. I can just do a quick erase and then do it again. So let's see, that's gonna have to be foreshortened a little bit because that's a straight on shot. See, like this, really the skate should be behind his head here, or off to the side a little bit. It should be more like over here. So I'm going to use Big Daddy on this one. Let's see if I can get this right this time. It's almost like a comic book pose, almost. See, the ankle's gonna twist a little bit. That's a little better. So it's a very dynamic pose. Hockey's a very dynamic sport, and mostly any pictures you see, you know, player's gonna have some kind of a crazy dynamic pose, you know what I mean? It's okay, that's a little better. If you bring this in a notch, so what's good about shading something like this is, or sketching I should say. What's good is when you're sketching stuff like this is, you know, you can get a good idea for where it's going to be. You can check again the proportions and where everything is at, and you can make sure you've got it, you know, kind of in the right position. I should be using a lighter pencil, realistically, but I try to draw as light as I can with this, and then just go back over it later, erase what I need to erase, darken up what I need to darken up. And so there we go. So there's number 2. There's guy number 2. And this is going to have to be foreshortened again. It's kind of rough when you draw a foot in this position right here where it's coming straight onto the camera, is you have to do what's called foreshortening. You have to give it some kind of perspective, make it look like, you know, it's make it look like it's coming right at you. You know, it can't just be a, you know, it just can't be that. You know what I mean? You got to have some kind of shading or something like that, you know, for the toe. And, you know, if you got laces and that, you got stuff like that. One of the best examples of this is if you look at the Back to the Future poster that Drew Struzan did. The Marty McFly sneaker has that sort of foreshortening. I think that's the, not foreshortening, that might not be the right word, but it's when it's the Marty McFly sneakers facing right to you, but it looks, you know, it looks 3D. So that's kind of what I have to do with this, with the guy's skate here, because again, it's obviously pointing straight out at me. So this guy's got a little bit more of a dynamic pose here. Where's his head at in relation? His head's right here. Okay. And he's got a little bit bigger head than the other guys, looks like. Okay. Very swooping sort of pose on him. Let's see. So his arm comes right about there. Elbow is about at his hip. That's about right. Let's see. Get that there. I'm getting a little bit more sketchy now, because, let's see, okay, so the first thing, I'm getting a little bit more sketchy now, and I know I need to kind of slow it down a little bit, but I need to get this sort of nailed down. Let's see, the fingers there, man, the gloves these guys had back in the day, holy smoke. Let's see, yeah. But after this, I need to call it for the night. Where's the leg come out? Leg comes out right about here. Okay. Now if all goes well, I've lined all of this up somewhat correctly. and it comes out past his leg, and then curves underneath there. And there we go. I think that goes into the marble there a little bit. Okay, so that does come out a little bit. All right, cool. And then that leg, let's see, the first leg is out about here. Knee. Then the other part of the leg comes straight down like so. Maybe I do this. Okay. It looks like the other leg. Let's see, that cuts off right there. Looks like the other leg. Crud. Comes in like that. And cuts down under here. And rolls up into the marble. All right, yeah, I like that. That's good. That's the idea. So he's got this sort of sweeping hair here. Okay. So that's number 3. I have 3 more to go. And let's check the time here. Half hour? I might be able to get these other 3 in here before we're all done. All right. The next guy is going to be the goalie. Now, I need to get a paper towel because I'm going to start rubbing my big dumb hand all over this, and maybe a paper towel is no better, but I figure that, let's see, that's going to end there, by the way. I figure maybe a paper towel won't do as much damage as just my bare hands, so. All right. So this goes there. Where's the elbow? Right there. That means the head. Goalie's head is going to go somewhere right here. I'll just do that. He's got that typical goalie stance at the ready. Kind of making himself barrel chested here. Head might be a little too big, but oh well. Okay, like so. Goalies are a different breed. One of the most important players on your hockey team. Let's see. I want to put the arm here. Include the hand. Okay, so get the pad like that. And that's going to be back behind here. It always just looks like, any picture you see of a goalie, it always looks like he's sitting down, you know? If you've ever seen a picture of a goalie, I guess. Okay, now his other leg. Right here, and but spread out just a wee bit more. Almost looks like he's got a robot's feet with those huge pads. Okay. And when I say a goalie is a different breed, I mean that in the most complimentary way possible. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Let's see. Yeah. Once again, I'm sorry if I'm not talking enough, but you know, I kind of want to get this nailed down, and you know, you get to a point to where you're just sketching away, and you start to lose track of thought when you start talking, you know. Let's see. That. All right, and then all this back here. Oh no. Okay, I see what's going on. All right. A lot of stuff hidden in shadows down here, I guess. Ooh, back is cracking. All right, now his stick comes up to about here. It's a little bit thicker than everyone else's. That, and erase that, and erase this. That's too thick. It's not really squared either. It's all rounded out. It's where the tape is. And keep dropping my stuff. That ain't good. Keep drawing in the wrong spot. That ain't good either. Actually, that's going to be a little bit more thicker. Oh well. That's more like it. That. All right, now I got two more players. Excuse me. So two more players, and first is going to be, where's his head in relation? His head in relation is a little higher than the goalie's head. And he's moving forward. He's got a helmet on, so kind of block all that in later. The jersey goes there. Again, it almost looks like a comic pose, almost. That's a little better. All right. Leg comes out here. And it looks like that other one disappears, so I'll just draw something there. Let's see. Okay, it's a big old gloved hand. So that comes down. This comes out like so. Oh, he's really leaned over. All right, I see what I did. Okay. That's right. See what I did wrong there. Shoot. Yeah. It's a good thing this isn't the original piece then, isn't it? I know some of these proportions look a little weird. I know that there are some of you out there watching me are probably going crazy. Like, that ain't right. That ain't the right proportions. Believe me, this is what I'm seeing. So, let's see. So that is this guy here. Let's see, forgot about the hand. So, stick goes like that. Okay. And believe it or not, out here like this. And then there we go. All right, so we're getting down to the home stretch. And once again, the goal is going to be, at some point, I want to put some details on these sketches, kind of tighten them up a little bit. And then I will copy this image, once it's all tightened up, shaded and everything, just like up here, only down in here, I'll photocopy that, and then what I'll do is I'll put some graphite on the other side and bring it back over, turn it back over, and then trace it onto a piece of mat board and draw that in, put the shading in like I want it, and then start painting. But before I do that, I got one more head I gotta put in here. That's gonna be this guy. He's got kind of a head like so. So thank you all for bearing with me, and once again, I do appreciate everybody watching, everybody hanging out for a little bit. And like I said, if you like what you're seeing, let me know. Send me a comment. Share this video, like this video, and I can do some more like it. And you know, if you need somebody to hang out with, draw with, you know, videos are always here. And you know, there we go. Let's see, then he disappears into the marble there. Put his torso out a little bit more there. Then he disappears. All right. So that is everybody laid out. It's all the players. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I do appreciate it. And we'll see what happens on the next episode. You know, whether or not the details are in, or whether or not I choose to put the details in. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. But I do appreciate you watching. And like I said, give this video a like. Share it if you would, please. You know, give me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Like I said, if I'm completely messing something up, it's good to know. If I'm boring you to tears, let me know. If you like what you see, let me know, y'all. And take care, and I will see you later. Peace. Thanks everyone for watching this episode of In the Art Room. If you want to check out any of my other videos, just click here or click here. And check them out. Thanks a lot. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you later.